the session, we're still busy with how to add a creditor. Now, we've already filled in the first columns of information. We've looked at account numbers, name, the title, initials. I've explained on hold. We've looked at the status in the area field, which is static fields which you can enter to use for reporting or filtering purposes, postal address and delivery address, and then we specified the SMS recipient option. Just a little bit extra. If your delivery address and your postal address was the same, you can always right click and say copy from delivery, or right click in this bottom area and say copy from postal. So you can use the copy facility if needed. In the next column, we've got telephone numbers, cell phone numbers, fax numbers. All of this detail is important to fill in, making sure that they're correct here. You can fill in all your telephone numbers. If you've got second lines, fax numbers, banking details. This is, in other words, your creditor's banking details. So you are replicating their details here. What type of bank account is it? And will they require proof of payment from you? Their email address. And if you want to be able to email documentation to them, then you must switch this option on. Then their VAT number and their VAT status. If they are not a registered VAT vendor, then you'll say non-registered. In other words, if the goods that you buy from them, there's no VAT on them because they're not registered. So you can't change the VAT rate on the goods, because you need to sell those goods again with VAT on them. So if you specify it's a non-registered VAT vendor, then there will be no tax on that GRV. Otherwise, you leave it as a registered vendor. You specify the currency. If you've created, or if you will need to use the group account option, now that will mean individual invoices but one statement, then you can select this option. Otherwise, you can leave it out. You specify the terms that they've given you, and you specify your credit limit with them. Then you can indicate settlement discount if necessary. The special price list option will be the price list that you create under stock. Once you've created it there, then you can select the special price. Then you also have 6 different GRV layouts that you can choose from. And then a payment method where you can choose from between EFT or check. Remember, this option will be available if you use the payment and reconciliation option. Otherwise, you can leave it out. And then you can always add a picture here that is connected to the specific creditor, whether it's their logo or a picture. Just keep in mind that pictures will take up more space and it will slow down the backup procedure. Then the last option is the multiple contact and delivery address details. If they've got more addresses, you can fill in the information here. There's no limit as to how much you can fill in here. Then when you do your GRV, you can select one of these other addresses. And that concludes, after you click on accept, how to add a creditor.